You're going to open this up, and again, I'll attach this to you. So the amortization, all you're going to enter is the amount of the loan. So that's the amount of the furniture plus the supplies plus the equipment. So 1,000 is my supplies. Let's just make this 1,000 because I don't feel like doing math. Oh my goodness, so 2,000 so far for supplies, equipment, and then the furniture is 5,000. That makes $7,000. So let's go back to my amortization sheet. And I'm just going to warn you guys, if you copy and paste the amortization sheet before you actually put the numbers in, mine never copied correctly. So I always had to like type the numbers in, then I could like screenshot it and put it in, or I could copy it and paste it afterwards. So for some reason it would never work for me moving it in beforehand. So that would have to be something that you guys do. I don't know, it really depends on your computers. You can try it, and so I would try it before you do any work and just put it in and like change one number, see if everything works. If it doesn't, then open it up in this separate document, let it do its thing, and then copy and paste it in. I know that's a big pain in the butt, but that was the only way that we could get it to work, because it's something that he did when he downloaded it. And to be honest, we couldn't rip what the equation was either to create our own. Let me just see what tab he wants that on. Okay, so he wants, if you're borrowing money, tab 3. So whenever you figure out your amortization piece, you're going to put that in the 3rd tab. So if you want to copy and paste it beforehand, or if you want to do it afterwards. So I'm going to try this. Granted, I had a Mac at the time I was ripping it before, so I'm going to try it now. We'll see. So this is sheet 3, because that's where he wants his loan stuff. And I'm going to paste it. The last row already exists. Yeah, that's fine. No, I don't care. Okay. Okay, so it's telling me that something already exists. The number, the payment per year. So I'm just going to rename it something else. Oh. So this whole thing is a couple pages. So that's why it's being a real pain in the butt. Okay. No, this information was not helpful. Thank you very much. So let's not do this. Okay. Alright, so anyway, instead of messing around with that right now, see, those are some of the fun that you're up against. So you may not want to do that right now. Now it really won't let me do anything. Oh, crap. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to go back to the amortization one. Nope, stop. Why do you keep going back there? Alright, sorry guys, technical difficulty. I'm just going to keep typing in letters until it lets me do what I want to do. Oh, good. I typed in random letters. Great, good for me. So, anyway, amortization time. Basically, when you enter the loan value, so when I added up my supplies plus my equipment plus my furniture, I got $7,000. Hooray! Hit enter. Oh, because I copied and pasted, none of the equations work. See? That's why I have my other one saved over here. And then when you copy and paste it, don't worry guys, it'll look beautiful. So, $7,000. Oh, look, the numbers all changed. The annual interest rate. So you can play around with this. You can give it a Google, like, hey, what's the going interest rate right now? Loan periods in a year. So most people have, you're only going to take out the loan once. So you probably only want one, unless you're going to take it out over like two times. So, the other thing you can do is is you can say, so that's how long you basically have to pay it back. Sorry, the loan period's in a year. So do you have 1 year to pay it off? So are you going to do it in the first year that you start? Are you going to take your first 2 years to pay it off? Or are you going to take your first 3 years to pay it off? That's something your group can decide, and that's going to be reflected in your budget. The number of payments per year, again, some people do it in different ways. The start date of the loan. So we were really stupid and we kept it at this date. He'll notice. So make sure that you change it to 2015, no matter what you do. And then over here, it'll show you how much the payment's going to be, how many payments there are, and then what the interest will be. So right now, because it's 3 years, so it's $7,000 at 10% interest over 3 years, paying every month. My monthly payment is going to be $194.76, and at the end of the 3 years, I'll pay $10.80 in interest. So basically, he just wants to know, you guys to know, like, okay, well, how much are you actually taking out in this loan? So that's just what you're going to do in sheet 3. And again, if it doesn't allow you to copy in terms of making the equation work correctly, that is absolutely fine. Feel free to just copy it once you have done it in this other worksheet with all the numbers in correctly, and then move it over. So that brings us, so number 4, check. Number 5, check. Number 1, check kind of. I mean, you guys need to figure out how much square footage you want and how many people still. He should have given you a number for how many square feet to use. I think ours was something like $9.8 per square foot. I don't know. It was something weird, but he should have given you a number. And now the other thing is basically your income categories. So your income categories as well as your budget is all going to be on the same thing. So if you go back to your workbook, mine is book 2. So remember your tab. This is your little explanation. So now it's time for the first tab. So your income is going to be listed here, and then your expenses. And then across the top, you're going to have like your first year, year 1, then year 2, and then year 3, whatever. So I'm just going to see if I can find you guys a nice example. Again, I don't know if this is any good. Oh, that looks like a PowerPoint. All right, so let me open mine real quick. Again, I can only give you a disclaimer and let you know once again that we tried our very best on this when we said, hey, we made a 3-year budget. And he was like, yeah, you did, but that's not what I wanted, even though that's what I wrote down. So I can show you what mine looked like, and that it was in fact a 3-year budget, and that's what all of us did, but that may not be what he wants. And so I can only help you out so much there. So, but that's how you kind of set it up, is year 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to show you in terms of the cogs and all those shenanigans. I'm going to get rid of these other ones that are open right now. Sorry. Don't save. Okay, so for your first, very first one, oh, no, I don't want that either. Sorry, guys. So, nope, that's not it. I'll get there. Can you see how prepared I was today? Didn't know I was making a video. I'll find it real soon. I'll find it somewhere. I also had mine in various documents, as you see. Oh, so here's the other part that you like figure out how many staff you have. So you guys may not have to do this at this point, but here's like, so you'll have to take the test times how much versus how many in a year you can do because of how much time you have. And then you'll get like, how many hours? Okay, how much can one staff person work for that long? So in terms of the staffing, I think that's the next part of this. So just keep that in mind. So if you say like, hey, we want to hire 7,000 staff people. Okay, well, do you have enough work for that? And make sure you know how to show it because that's gonna blow. Loan amortization schedule. Where the quack did I put this thing? Homework 3. How about homework 1? I know I did it. I just had it the other day. The other problem is I've named like everything amortization in here, which probably isn't helpful. Because it took us forever to figure out that that amortization thing wasn't going to copy and paste correctly. So it took us a long time to figure out how to do this. So actually, let me just go to practice management 2 because that might be much, much, much easier to open. Let me open this again. Is that what I just had? Yeah. Okay. So in practice management 2, you actually have to work in a group and like really go all out to create your own business. It's a little silly. It's pretty intense. And to be very... Oh, there it is. Amortization project. Ha! I can scroll. Sorry. So anyway, you do not need to be this specific. So see how I did like each individual test? He did tell us after that that was not something that we needed to do that much. So in terms of like income, you can just have diagnostic income. So it doesn't have to be that crazy. So in terms of like your side here where it says year 1, you would just put like income first and then you could have diagnostic. And then you would have a variable income for diagnostic and a fixed income. And then you'll have expenses, your COGS, all of that shenanigans. Let me find you a better example though. I feel like my practice management 2 is probably a little more complete. Sorry about this, guys. Again, being off the cuff. So, Salas. Final project. So, yeah, here's the thing. So, we were pretty sure that he wanted a P&L statement, not a budget. So, here's basically what we did. We were like, oh, here's our income. Here's the income from all of this stuff that we would do. Here's our expenses for hearing aids. Here's how much we would have returned. Oh, here's how much our people cost. Oh, here's how much our equipment costs. Oh, here's our insurance for our building. So again, this is much more advanced because it's practice management 2. So in terms of like what you guys might need for the very, very first part, you might want, so like income on the side for the very first year. And your income might be like, oh, for audiograms, here would be your income. For TIMPs, here would be your income. For OAEs, here would be your income. And then for hearing aids, here would be your income. For supplies, here's your income. And supplies being like, oh, we sold batteries and stuff like that. Oh, for Vestib, here's what your income is. And then some expenses or COGS for like cost of goods sold. Oh, well, here's how much the hearing aids cost us. For supplies, well, how much did the batteries cost you? And then what were you selling them at? So let's say you sold them for $5 a pack, but they cost you $3 a pack. Well, you have to subtract that